He's in Melbourne for the Spring Racing Carnival and to watch some of the Sangster horses do their stuff. I hope on Cup Day they do. I got a couple of bucks I'm going to put on one of them. Ladies and gentlemen, Susan Sangster. Say hello. Do you want to? Susan just said, how do I follow that act? And I said, well, you don't have to sing or dance. She said, why not? If you want to sing or dance, we'll do it. Do you know a song? We'll sing it to finish up the segment.
Well, after we win the Melbourne Cup, I'll sing Waltzing Matilda on your show.
All right. Susan, listen, I was curious. One of my research girls called you and said we were very worried about when we have to do promos for the show, when we have to do introductions and things, as to what to say about someone sometimes. You don't always know. They called you to say, what should they say? And you said, tell them I'm a Melbourne girl who's now moved to Sydney.
Well, yes.
But, I mean, that's an oversimplification, don't you think? I mean, with the amount of traveling that you do and the amount of places you go.
Well, we're very thrilled. We've bought a lovely house in Sydney.
Yeah, so I hear. It was somebody else's, was named after somebody else, another family or something.
It belonged to the Radford family.
Radford family, yeah.
And we've called it Toison d'Or, which was after Golden Fleece that won the English Derby this year.
Oh, I see. So was that French translation of Golden Fleece?
Well, Golden Fleece went bankrupt.
Oh, did it?
You know that petroleum company?
Yes.
Well, it was taken over.
Yes.
So we called it the French name.
Right.
Well, we had a very thrilling racing year this year in England.
Let me ask you about just, I want to move on to the racing because I want to talk about all the horses that you've got into. But with the houses, you've got, there's a place in the Bahamas, am I right? Or is it the Caribbean?
No, Barbados.
Barbados, right.
Yes.
And you've got the house in Sydney, and
Yes.
you've got the Isle of Man.
A nunnery.
A nunnery.
Absolutely.
Oh, that's right, a converted nunnery it is. Yeah. How much time did you have to spend fixing that place up?
About 7 years.
Really?
Just finished, yes.
And how big is it? I mean, can you tell us like how many rooms and things?
Well, somebody asked me when we were out in Australia, how many squares have you got, Susie?
Oh, right. Yes.
And I said I wouldn't have a clue, but it's a lovely house. It's got a very long passageway with 2 rooms off it either side.
Wow.
And it looks rather grim from the outside, but it's quite warm and friendly inside.
And I understand you were in charge of and did all the decorating in here.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes. Lovely. So where do you like staying the best? I mean, let's put Australia aside because you are Australian, but I mean, let's say, where do you like the best outside of here?
Well, it has to be that place.
This one.
Yes, there's old Ned Kelly there.
Yes. And what about Barbados? No thrill being down there?
Well, I'd much prefer, you see, we follow the flat racing season, and it's just finished in England now, and then we come out to Australia, and we like to winter somewhere where it's rather warm weather. And if it's not California where the horses are racing, or Miami, that's why we've bought the house in Sydney, because of Robert's horse racing industries out here.
Well, were you interested in horses, Susan, before you met Robert?
Well, Andrew and I had a wonderful filly called Leilani that won the Horse of the Year award. Yes. So I was interested in that way. But I think with Robert, we've developed this international breeding facility where he moves horses to all different countries and sends mares to stallions in every other country, and it's fascinating.
How much do you have to say in that operation? I mean, about...
Nothing.
Nothing? Oh, really?
I lead the winners in if I'm lucky.
Do you? Well, that must be a thrill in itself. I mean, you know, walking down there with that horse in that circle, it'd be lovely.
Absolutely. Yeah. The adrenaline really flows.
I can imagine. Yeah. They take the picture so quickly, too, don't they? Nobody seems to wait when they take the photographs.
Yes, they always want to know how I'm in the position to lead it in. I said, faith.
Yes, you got a big belief in that it's going to get there, right?
Absolutely.
What about the Spring Racing Carnival now? Of course, the Melbourne Cup, the biggest racing event in this hemisphere, I suppose, but how does it compare with the other ones around the world?
I think the Melbourne Cup Carnival is a sheer credit to the VRC. I think it's the best staged racing carnival in the world. The horse racing, the fashions, the crowd participation, it's just the most fantastic atmosphere all around. Yeah. And it's to their credit.
It's also a 2-mile race, you know. It always shocks Americans when I tell them that they got a race here that goes 2 miles. They go, what? Nobody can believe it.
I know. Well, I'm European-orientated in racing, and Triumphant March that won the Moonee Valley Cup last week is running in the Dalgety on Saturday, and then he's running in the Melbourne Cup on Tuesday.
Well, let's talk about Triumphant March. Triumphant March won a race. The Moonee Valley Stakes, didn't he? Was that Moonee Valley Cup,
yes.
excuse me. and everybody was depressed after the race, or at least that's the way the newspaper reports went, saying that there was...
I'm not depressed.
Well, okay. But they said there was depression in the Sangster camp, but for some reason you felt that Triumphal March would not win the Melbourne Cup.
Don't you believe it?
No? Okay. I'll take your word for it if you want me to. It'll be all right with me. What about... now, you got a Monday night, there's a concert or something Monday night. What is Task Force? I heard about that today. I don't know what it is. Is that some charity do or something?
Yes.
Monday night? Yeah.
Yes, and I've been asked to join the panel, apparently.
Uh-huh.
And I gather Miss Debbie Reynolds is also performing there too.
That's right.
So we're all contributing, and
I have to do the fashions on the field. They've asked me for the first time ever in Australia would I come and judge the fashions in the field. So I'm going out there on Cup Day to do that. It's going to be a pretty exhilarating day for me. I know.
yes.
Yes.
Yes. What's fashionable?
Well, I don't know. I have no idea. I'm just going to look and say I like that or I don't like that or something. You know.
Minis or something.
And then what is that? Is that her on the far right? Oh, let me see that. Oh, I love it. Don't let her see it. Here, you can look at this in the monitor and I get a good look. There she is, folks.
Oh, this is the good old days in Channel 9.
That's right.
Yeah.
What was this, a current affair?
No Man's Land.
No Man's Land.
Yes.
Oh, that's right. There's Mickey.
Mickey de Stew.
Yes. What position did you hold on that
Tanya,
person?
Bailey.
Right.
And forgotten about the other two.
That's we know who this is. That's Beads. Kay Borden, yes, who used to be Peter Feynman's secretary. Till she left and went to become Jim McKay's secretary, and then she left and became somebody else's secretary. No, she's still there. She's up in Sydney. Nice-looking group of ladies. Very independent group of ladies, this.
We were. I think we're the first sort of group of ladies that got together and did a current affairs program.
And also said, we're not going to take any advice from men, we'll run it our way, I think.
Well, I think Peter Feynman had a bit to do with it. Where is
Oh,
he?
did he? Yes, he's up hiding in the booth, you know, and all of that. Life must be very happy for you, but does the traveling ever get you down? It's an enormous amount of traveling you do. They gave
How
me a
can I complain when Debbie's just flown in last night and there she is performing fantastically?
But that's one 22-hour trip. You take those trips all the time. What did they say? 160,000 kilometers a year you travel?
Mm.
Yeah.
Mm. Qantas.
Oh, well, all right. Does jet lag ever get to you or anything?
But round about the third day, but I'm on the fifth day now, so I'm doing quite well.
Okay, if you didn't pick Triumphal March for the
Tahir.
Cup, huh?
Tahir. That's the second leg.
Is that right?
Yes.
Thanks for coming in. Susan, lovely to see
Colin
you.
Hayes will kill me.
Lovely to see you, lovely to talk to you. Tell Robin I said hello. Okay, well, Susan Sangster, everybody. There's a lot more show. We got to go out and see the premiere and everything. It'll be all right.